Changhua Waterworks, located in Changhua and also known as the Spring of Youth, sources its water from a small stream at the foot of Beigang. Construction began in 1906 and was completed in 1908. Due to its high quality and perpetual water flow, it earned the names Spring of Youth and Sweet Dew from genius loci. Additionally, in 1926, a second headwater point was established on Beigang to increase water supply to the Changhua area. Douliu Waterworks is located in Douliu City, Yunlin. Its water source is Nilan River. Completed in 1912, it supplied water to 5,500 people. Puli Waterworks is located in Puli Township, Nantou. Its water source is Beigang River. Construction started in 1922 and it was put into use in August 1923. Water purification facilities were built on the right bank at the water intake point, and filtered water was transported to Puli town through iron pipes for residents to use. Yunlin Waterworks is located in Yunlin Township, Changhua. Its water source is the hyporheic flow of Beigang. Completed in 1924, it supplied water to 7,000 people. Beigang Waterworks is located in Beigang Township, Yunlin. Its water source is the Beigang River. Completed in 1930, the Beigang Water Tower is a representative building from the Japanese colonial period with historical, landmark, and aesthetic value and is listed as a county-designated historical site. During the Qing dynasty, Changhua residents relied on groundwater wells such as the Hongmao well for water. However, most underground wells had poor water quality, leading to widespread infectious diseases. During the Japanese colonial period, to improve drinking water sanitation, the Changhua Waterworks was constructed in 1906 next to the foot of Beigang. In 1906, a waterworks was established at the foot of Beigang, completed in 1908. Due to water source pollution, a sand filter and a 900-ton clear water reservoir were added in 1912 and completed in 1914, becoming the first headwater point in Changhua, known as the Changhua Spring of Youth. The headwater of Changhua Spring of Youth comes from an unnamed spring next to the foot of Beigang. The spring water is of excellent quality, sweet, and flows continuously throughout the year, thus earning the name Spring of Youth. It is the earliest tap headwater point in Changhua County. The waterworks facilities include water intake wells, sand settling basins, sand filter, sand filtration well, and clear water reservoir. The clear water reservoir is the first waterworks facility in Changhua. The doors of the clear water reservoir are engraved with Spring of Youth and Sweet Dew from genius loci. In 1992, due to water source depletion, the facilities are now only used for water storage and pressure regulation. Grass is laid above the clear water reservoir, with neatly arranged cast iron vent covers, and pressure equipment is located behind the ponds. The water purification process of Changhua Spring of Youth involves drawing spring water into water intake wells, filtering through sand filter, then flowing into sand filtration well and finally into clear water reservoir before being distributed to Changhua City for residents' use. With the increase in population, the second headwater point was established on Beigang in 1926, drawing water from Douliu River in the suburbs of Changhua City. Collecting well were set up by the river, and water was pumped to Longshan pumping station and then to the water purification station on the mountain. The second headwater point from the collecting well of Douliu River is pumped through the pumping well and pump room of Longshan pumping station to the distribution well of the water purification station on the mountain. The water then undergoes a series of purification processes, including sedimentation tanks, sedimentation wells, sand filter, sand filtration wells, clear water wells, and a 1,350-ton clear water reservoir, before being supplied to the residents of Changhua City. The pumping well and pump room of Longshan Pumping Station have been dismantled and the area is now a parking lot. All facilities at the water purification station on the mountain have also been dismantled and replaced with 2 clear water reservoirs, each with a capacity of 40,000 tons. To address the local water demand in Douliu, in 1912, the Douliu Waterworks was constructed next to Nilin River, which is more than 170 meters higher than Douliu City. This waterworks supplied water to a population of 5,500 people. The headwater of the Douliu Waterworks was the hyporheic flow from Nilin River. The water intake point was approximately at today's Shizaking. The waterworks facilities include a sand sedimentation site, water distribution well, water diversion underdrain, and water delivery and distribution pipelines. Fire hydrants and public hydrants were also installed along the route to Douliu City. The Douliu Waterworks is the oldest water supply system in Yunlin County and an important milestone in the urban development and modernization of Douliu City. It has a history of over 100 years. Currently, only the circular brick water distribution well and the 2 rectangular sand sedimentation site remain. The purification process of the Douliu Waterworks involves extracting water from Nilin River and directing it to the sand sedimentation site for sedimentation. After sedimentation, the water is sent to the nearby distribution well. From the distribution well, the water is channeled through a water diversion underdrain to the distribution pipeline, and then delivered to Douliu City for residents' use. The Douliu Waterworks route starts from Nilin River, following today's Meilin Road, Pitu Road, Romeu Road, and Changhua Road, entering Douliu City. The urban waterworks coverage area extends north to Zudongwen, west to Zizhuangwei, and south to Douliumen Bridge. After reaching Douliumen Bridge, the water discharges into Douliu River. The water supply covers the settlements of Douliu, Chaigong, and Pizaitu area. In the past, the residents of Puli could only rely on 6 local wells for drinking water. During dry seasons, there was no water available, and concerns about fire safety and sanitation increased. The Puli government building submitted an application to the Taiwan Governor General's office for the construction of the Puli Waterworks. The Puli Waterworks was completed and put into use in 1923. The headwater for the Puli Waterworks is Nanhong River in Puli. The water intake point is located near Nyodong. Water is drawn from the collecting well on the right bank, pumped to the water purification station for purification, and then transported through iron pipes to Puli town for residents' use. The facilities of the Puli Waterworks include distribution wells, sedimentation tanks, sand filter, sand filtration well, clear water reservoir, and a water valve chamber. The purification process of the Puli Waterworks involves drawing water from Nanhong River into the collecting well. The raw water is then pumped to the distribution well and subsequently sent to the sedimentation tank. The cleaner water from the upper layer of the sedimentation tank is directed to the sand filter for purification. The purified water is then transported to the clear water reservoir through the sand filtration well for storage. Finally, the water is delivered to Nantou area for residents' use through the water valve chamber. Yunlin, an important hub for the distribution of fruits and vegetables, experienced rapid population growth. Most residents sourced their water from groundwater, ditches, or reservoirs, which posed a high risk of disease. Therefore, in 1924, waterworks facilities were constructed at Changhua in Yunlin to supply water to the 7,000 residents of the Yunlin area. The headwater for the Yunlin Waterworks is the hyporheic flow from Bagua Mountains Baiguoshan. Yunlin's first water source area was constructed at the foot of Baiguoshan to supply water to the residents of the Yunlin area. The Yunlin Waterworks includes collecting wells, sand settling wells, clear water reservoirs, and water meters. The purification process begins with raw water being drawn from the collecting well into the water purification station. After passing through the sand settling well for sedimentation, the clean water is sent to the clear water reservoir. From there, it is distributed to Yunlin City for residents' use via the water meter. During the Japanese colonial period, a scenic park and related facilities were established around the Yunlin Waterworks. This included the construction of the first Yunlin swimming pool on the southern side, which caused quite a sensation at the time. On the northern side, water source area dormitories were built. Along with the splendid headwater point, Xingxian Academy, and the majestic Yunlin Shrine, this area became the most prominent and solemn place in Yunlin during the Japanese colonial period. During the Japanese colonial period, due to the insufficient water supply in Beigang Yunlin, the Beigang Waterworks was constructed in 1929 and completed in May 1930. Covering an area of approximately 1.28 hectares and located next to Beigang No. 1 levee, its design was considered the most advanced waterworks system of its time. The headwater for the Beigang Waterworks is Beigang River. Raw water is obtained through a collecting well located on the opposite bank and transported via iron pipes to the first pumping well, where it enters the purification process. The facilities of the Beigang Waterworks include the first pumping well, pump room, sedimentation tank, sedimentation well, sand filter, filtration regulator, second pumping well, and a water storage tower. The Beigang Waterworks was completely decommissioned in 1997. The current Waterworks Cultural Park includes various remains of the Waterworks facilities. The pump room and water storage tower are now designated as county-level historic sites. The pump room is a key part of the Beigang Waterworks purification process. Inside, there are multiple low and high-pressure pumps that can transport both raw and clean water to various facilities. The pump room is constructed from clear water bricks and is one of the few remaining representative buildings from the Japanese colonial period. The water storage tower is a reinforced concrete structure, standing 18.8 meters tall, with a circular water tank having an inner diameter of 9.13 meters and a depth of 6.12 meters. The first and second levels consist of hollowed-out pillars, while the third level houses the water tank. In 1962, offices were added to the first and second levels, giving the tower a decagonal appearance. Each side features semicircular arched doors and windows, leading to its colloquial name, the Decagon Water Tower. The Beigang Waterworks obtains raw water from the collecting well of Beigang River and sends it to the first pumping well. The water is pressurized in the pump room and then pumped to the sedimentation tank. After sedimentation to remove impurities, the upper layer of water is sent to the sand filter via the sedimentation well. Using a slow sand filtration method, the water is filtered and purified. The purified water is then sent through the filtration regulator to the conduit and on to the second pumping well. After being pressurized again in the pump room, the water is sent to the water storage tower for storage and subsequently distributed to the Beigang area for residents' use. In the past, the Changhua, and Yunlin areas faced insufficient water sources and poor sanitation. During the Japanese colonial period, to address these local water issues, Changhua, Douliu, Puli, Yunlin, and Beigang Waterworks were constructed. To this day, some of these waterworks are still in operation, which is truly remarkable. As the population grows and the economy develops in these regions, waterworks facilities continue to expand and be upgraded. In the next segment, we will introduce public water supply systems in the Changhua, Douliu, and Yunlin areas during the Republic of China period. Stay tuned.